This week, we see the release of a series of German data releases, including inflation rate both year-on-year and month-on-month, as well as unemployment change and unemployment rate. I'm joined on the line with Yohei Elam of Forex Crunch to tell us more. Yohei, welcome. Firstly, Germany's inflation rate month-on-month over the course of the year has fluctuated. In June, it stood at 1.04%, which was a big jump up from May's 0.85%. What do you foresee as the outcome of today's data release? And how do you see this affecting Germany's economy over the coming month?
German inflation ticking down to 0.8%. And the flash estimate for July, this would be the figure in the CPI and the HICP, the Harmonized Index of Consumer Prices, with the month-over-month rise of 0.2 or 0.3%. I think the bump we've seen in June up to 1% was only temporary. The fall of the euro so far hasn't been strong enough to support a real pickup in inflation. Import prices have risen in June, for example, but still fell on the year, 1.2%. The same goes for producer prices. They remained flat in June and they fell year over year, 0.7%. So while I think Germany is not in the danger of deflation, inflation is expected to remain low. And the overall danger of deflation in the Eurozone as a whole is expected to push the ECB to more rhetoric and perhaps more measures, and eventually will push the euro lower, and this could help German exports and Eurozone exports in general.
Moving on to Thursday's unemployment data, it is apparent that since January 2014, German unemployment has decreased rapidly. Do you foresee tomorrow's data release documenting a continued downward trend, or do you think this is likely to plateau?
I think it'll flatten out. We've seen rises in unemployment in May of 26,000 and in May 9,000, 26,000 in June, and I think this time we will see no change. The German economy likely continued enjoying growth in the second quarter, but probably weaker growth, joining its Eurozone peers at around 0.2, 0.3 growth after a strong 0.8 growth in the first quarter. The German unemployment situation is generally good, but I don't think it will continue to advance. We'll have GDP figures in August 14th, and another thing tomorrow is to note that retail sales data for June disappointed quite badly in May with a drop of 0.8, and I think also this time it could indicate a slowdown in growth.
And finally, an economic advisor at Bundesbank suggested that at current there is a favourable outlook for growth and employment in Germany, and suggested that higher wages might help achieve the European Central Bank's 2% inflation target. Do you see a wage hike as the right plan of action?
Yeah, well, first of all, there is a political context here. The German parliament approved a minimum wage earlier in the month, and this is quite a popular move, and I believe the central bank is also chiming in with the same sentiment. In addition, another political context here is that the ECB repeatedly says, and so does the Bundesbank in even a stronger manner, that the ECB is doing everything it can and the ball is in the court of the politicians. But looking at what they actually said, and this was echoed also by the head of the Bundesbank today, is that a 3% rise in wages reflects an inflation target of 2% and 1% in productivity gains. And it makes sense, especially as some sectors in Germany are suffering a shortage in skilled workers. So this could get more people into skilled labor. All in all, I think it's right that the wage hike is the way to go. Also, the United States and the United Kingdom are enjoying strong growth in jobs, but no growth in wages, and that's, I think, the main reason why core inflation is relatively low. And I think a wage hike that the Bundesbank is pointing at is the right way to go.
Well, that's all we've time for. Thank you, Yohei, for all your comments. Not all for now. Continue to click back on the Dukascopy site for updates on your trading week. But for now, goodbye.